Welcome back to Turf Talk, nomination edition. Vance, Triple Crown nominations out. And the only surprise near and dear to my heart, no Underwood nominated, but all the other, to everyone else, big names seem to be present and accounted for.
Yeah, and it was nice to see a 13% increase over last year. We've got 418 nominees, 5 fillies. I don't think Champagne Room made the list, right?
No.
The champion, 2-year-old filly, just like Songbird last year, wasn't nominated. But we've got Unique Bella, and of course we got Classic Empire at the top, the unanimous juvenile champion, Eclipse Award winner. So should be a good race coming up.
Yeah, I thought the fillies actually was one of the more interesting hooks. You mentioned Unique Bella, who shares a trainer with Songbird. Jerry Hollendorfer, certainly not one to try males. Typically, this would certainly be outside his comfort zone, but she certainly looked good last out. And then we have Richard Mandela is the name I was trying to think of, and he trains one of the fillies, and he's another one sort of outside his comfort zone to do that. So I thought that was interesting. And Mark Cassie trains 2 of the 5, and of course has the champion, so he's sitting on a big Triple Crown trail.
Yeah, and of course it all starts with Classic Empire. He's supposed to be back to the races in a couple weeks in the Holy Bull. And it'll be very interesting for me to see how he'll progress to 1 mile and an eighth. He is by Pioneer of the Nile, who sired American Pharaoh, but I still want to see that progression,
Sure.
see how they handle the extra step up in distance, and that should be forthcoming in a couple of months.
Yeah, and 1.5 miles with the layoff as well. So no gimmies there. Certainly seen our share of champions not take the step forward or not be ready first off, and I'm certainly keen to see him. He's my pick and has been for a while, so I don't mind taking chalk now. My money's already in. But Valladorna, who is one of those nominees, filly, she'll probably meet Farrell in the Rachel Alexandra, so a lot to look forward to on the trail.
Yeah, and the horse I'm really most interested in is McCraken, the Kentucky Jockey Club winner. I think the Kentucky Derby over the years has kind of been a karma type of race where we've seen a lot of horsemen, owners, trainers that have put a lot of years into the sport finally get rewarded with a Derby victory. I think back to the 90s when we had Paul Mellon winning with Sea Hero, and more recently we had the Phippses and McGahee and Janney's winning with Orb. And I think McCraken kind of fits in this because Mrs. Janice Whittam is the owner. She's been around a long time, owned the 2-time champion Mayor Bayakoa. She also had a Derby horse that I picked back in the 90s named Valiant Nature, who had an awful trip, was virtually eliminated going into the first turn. So I'm kind of interested to see how he does. I think he's going to the Sam F. Davis at Tampa Bay Downs for his first race. So I'm kind of excited about him as far as seeing if he can step up and be one of the top leaders in this crop.
Well, and certainly the horses who have finished behind him, most of them have done well. Warriors Club disappointed in the slop, but out of that same race, Uncontested ran very well, and I believe the winner of the LeCompte also came out of that race.
Yeah, he was third in the street sense to McCraken, but yeah, McCraken has been flattered by both of those colts so far this year, so it's he's got some creds.
Yeah, and again, we're seeing the 2-year-old program at Churchill do very well. Certainly a great idea when they launched it with those 2-year-old races, and what that's done for the stakes has been positive. On to some housekeeping. All the Triple Crown nominations will be available. We'll have burst net PPs for that, and there is a future wager this week. What price would you need on McCraken?
He's 10-1 morning line. Since there are no preps this weekend, there isn't going to be too many races. There aren't going to be any races that'll influence people.
Right.
Nothing that people haven't watched already. But I could, if he's north of 12-1, I could certainly see myself putting a few bucks down.
Sure. All right. Well, we'll talk more about the future wager with James Scully On Point. I know he has a couple horses. He's sending some money with me to Vegas to bet at the win, so he'll have plenty of action. Anyone off the board you're looking at that would be in the field for the pari-mutuel wager?
I haven't looked that deep yet,
Okay.
So I would have to just say no.
Right. We're pretty deep at this point. I mean, there's the horses we know, and then the pool is very wide after that. So, we will have all those Triple Crown nomination PPs available free of charge at the link below. If you get them from Brisnet, standard charges apply, so get them for free. And the Derby Future Wager PP is also available.
Can't wait for it, and good luck and have fun this week in
Thank
Las
you.
Vegas for the National Handicapping Championship.
Yeah, good luck to all our users out there.